Hello my lovelies. Right, today we're going to play with the good old gel press. I've not used this for a little while now. This is the 8x10 one, the largest one. I do have smaller sizes, but I prefer to just use the large one. I'm also going to have a play with this Angela Pool stencil, lace reflection. I have a bit of extra pattern. The main thing I'm going to do for my background pattern is using this. It's just an old bath scrunchie. I shall use my brayer to ink my gel press first. Dab this around, see what effect we get, and then perhaps do a bit of stenciling on top. Just, you know, layers if you like. I'm also going to be using this Andy Skinner stamp. I've bought the whole set and I've not yet used them all, so I'm going to have a go with that one today. Let's fly a kite. And my card is an A5, 15x21 centimetres. My mat is 14x20 centimetres, and my topper 13x19 centimetres. Also, the inks I will use is the VersaFine Clair for stamping with, Nocturne, and I'm not sure whether to use all three or just mix two of these colours, but I've dug these out, the Elements, Living Year Stamps, Elements inks, Sahara, Blue Lagoon and Confetti. We'll have a go with, see how it goes, see what the colour, might have a bit of a mixture of colours there. Right, so let's put everything where I need it. Let's get my stamp out ready as well. I do like that he's kept the sentiment separate from the main stamp, because at least you can place it wherever you want to then. So I'll just put those over there. Glasses on, so I can see what I'm actually doing. Let's give them a quick wipe. That's it. Right, so just put that to one side and put those to one side. Right, so let's just peel off the top piece of my plate. Looking a bit rough here and there, little bits stuck on it. But yeah, I think that's good to go, I reckon. Right, I'll turn it to its side. Right, let's have a look. I think I'm going to do blue at the top, pink in the middle, yellow at the bottom ish. Let's see. Right, Elements inks. Let's brayer this up. Sliding around everywhere. Come back here. Just very lightly go over your gel press. You don't need to press hard or anything. You're likely to get lines from the edges of your brayer if you do. I've had these sitting on their sides and they've all, the ink's all gone down to one edge. So there's my blue. Let's give this a quick wipe. Get that excess off. Should have used a piece of paper really, but in fact I will use a piece of scrap paper. Take that excess off. Oops, going over my sleeve there. I think pink next. This confetti colour can go next. Well, that one's nice and juicy, that's for sure. A bit of an overlap. inky sleeves at this rate. Keep going over my sleeve. Brayer off the excess so I don't contaminate my inks. And last but not least, the Sahara. Yeah, this one's still nice and juicy as well. Right. I mean, I've only got a small piece of paper, so I'm not really sure I'm going to pick up all 3 colours anyway, but we'll see. See what happens. Sahara. Take the excess off my brayer. Right, let's get them out of the way. So now, well, I'm going to just fluff this up a little bit. I don't really want that string in there. Pull that to the back. As you can see, I've used it before. It gives a nice swirly effect, this does. I'll give it a fluff it up a little bit. Right then. All I'm going to do now is dab this pom-pom around. Hoping it will give me some effect. We shall see whether it does or it doesn't. Don't look like it's picked up a lot. Don't know. Right, topper. Try and get a bit of each colour on there. See what we get. No idea what's going to come out with this. Which is why I thought I'd have the stencil as well, just in case. Right, let's have a look. This is watercolour paper, by the way. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, I love that. That's brilliant. Actually, picked up the blue, the pink and the yellow. Oh, I do like that. Right, so let's stick that to one side and clean that later. And now then, I don't know if I want to put any stencil pattern on that now. I'm going to round my corners off as well. I'm going to that's it. Put it in the bin. Top and bottom. I think I want the blue at the top really. Right, so I'm going to get this. I'm going to use this blue. I think it's probably got enough ink on it already. This has got a colour cloud ink on it, so it's probably quite juicy. I'm just going to put a little bit of patterning in, just a little bit here and there, just a little bit of extra something. Nothing too much. Oh, yeah. Just little dabs of it here and there. I think the kite, let's go fly kite. The kite's going to be up in the middle there somewhere, so I'll keep that bit clear-ish. I'm just adding this for a little bit more interest really, that's all. But I quite like the backing that came out. There you go. keeping it light. There you go. Quite happy with that. Just give you a closer look. If you can see, it's got quite a good texture from having that sponge on there. I'm liking that a lot. Right, so that's the wrong way round. Let's do it that way. I know most people do it the other way, but I'm just funny where I put things. Right, let's put that out of the way and that out of the way. Now, I think actually I'm going to pull this across because these stamps are obviously a lot thicker than your usual little jelly stamps. So I think because it's thicker, the further out it is, the less likely it is to jam on that or pull the hinges up. Right, peel the backing off there. Cute. And I'm just going to lay that on there like that. So that kite, I want it to be about there, I think. Then I shall put the sentiment at the top, but I'll do that afterwards. That should cling to my, as you can see, it's a lot, doesn't sit down as flat as it should do with the normal stamps on it, but it's enough to do the job. The reason I brought it away from the hinges is so as not to strain the hinges too much. So it can be done. You can, of course, as my friend always advises me, take out the little matte piece. It gives you that extra bit, but I don't like to do that because it leaves it hard underneath, and I like something to press into. So that's just me, my preference. Right then, VersaFine Clair Nocturne for Stamping Up. Actually, that looks a bit, don't look very level, does it? It's the trouble with these stamps, you don't know. Just line those lines there up with my grid, otherwise they're going to be sitting on the skew. That'll do it. I think my pad needs re-inking. I might have to go over it a couple of times. Let's have a look then. So I'm using watercolour paper again, so it tends not to pick up the ink quite so well. Let's give that another inking. I think that looks really nice, actually. It does need to be more prominent. Great thing about these stamps is everything's done for you. If there's a reflection, the reflection's done for you. Most of the shading and the hair and everything's done for you, but you can add a little bit of colour if you wish, and I think I might just do that as well, paint a little bit of colour in. But they look just as nice if you've made yourself a nice background. They look nice just as they are stamped on. Right, this might take a while. Let's have a look. Oh, we're going to get in there, a bit darker. I've got an ink that's really dark and juicy. Let's have a go with this Fallen Leaves. That's dark, so if we get it any darker. Just need to replenish my black one. Obviously it's the most used. Good push down. Hey, get in there, get in there. Sorry, it's taking a long time to get this inked up. I'm getting a line around my kite there. I don't want that on my paper. I suppose it emphasises movement, but not what I want. Trying to think of something I can use that I've not, this doesn't get used a lot. Let's give this Fantasia a go. I just think that's more of a purple, but it might look dark because it's on top of black. This is quite a juicy one, I think. Yeah, let's give that a go. This is the biggest thing with watercolour card. It takes a while for it to absorb your ink. This kind of ink, when you're stamping, it's sometimes difficult unless you've got a super juicy pad. It's sometimes difficult to get that to lay down. Let's see, that should a little bit darker, isn't it? Right, well at least you can see it now anyway. Give that a quick work with my damp cloth. Should clean it properly in a bit. Some of that special stuff. So note to self, re-ink your black ink. Let's get that up there as well while I'm here, while I've got it all laid out. Let's take that backing off there. Where does it go? Let's go fly a kite. Hoping that's on straight. Get it on there and then we'll line it up with the grids on there. Yeah, it's nose, damn it. So I'm going to use that again. Fantasia. Let's go fly a kite. I'm just going to go over again, just to be sure. There we go. Beautiful. Let's put that over there. A bit too dark on that one there, didn't I? Never mind. Bit of added interest, isn't it? Right, let's colour these jumpers in for these children. Right, where's my brushes gone? So I think I'm going to need a brush. Right, so I've got a glass of water here, and I shall use whatever inks I've already got in my palette. I've got some red, I've got some, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, purple. Dark purple, that's handy. I'll have some of that then. We can be wearing a purple jumper then, I think. Kind of a dark plum colour. A bit dark actually, and a bit too dark. Bit of tissue to dab it with. Put a bit of water in it. Take some of that colour back out because it's a bit too dark. Oh, I still want to see, I don't want to lose all the detail that's in there. Very dark, that plum colour. I want to be able to see the details that Andy's got in there. There you go, that's better. And she can wear pink, I think. A bit darker. That should be okay, it's not too dark. Bit of colour contrast. Let's have a little bit of blue. Is that blue? That's grey. A little bit of blue. A denim-y kind of blue. There you go. For his jeans. As I say, you can't see a lot of colour going on in there, but just that little bit, and I think we'll have a blue kite. There you go. That's a nice dark blue, that one. A little blue kite. And let's see what colour hair. I've only really got yellow. Add a bit of that red to it. Oh no, that's too much. There you go, brownish colour. In the hair. And they can both have the same. Brother and sister, I reckon. That's me and my brother. Flying kites on the beach and doing. And you can just see a tiny bit of pink of his face there, so I'm going to water that bit right down. And put that in there. There you go. A little bit of reflection. Nothing too much. Take some of that out, a bit too much. Good thing with watercolour, you put too much in, just bleed it back out. That's it. And his was the plum one, so a little bit of colour in there. And seeing as that is meant to be water, I think I'm going to do a little swoosh of blue through it. There we go. Not sure what it is they're sitting on, assuming it's the ground, but it will. And a bit of colour, make it look like they're sitting on a wall or something. There you go. I'm happy with that, I think. The little kiddies sitting flying their kite. Gorgeous, lovely stamps. Let's give that a quick dry off. There you go. And I think I'm going to do my usual scribble around the edge with my black pen. It's quite a thick one actually. Oh well, that'll do, yeah. Number 1. So I'm just going to go around. Not working too well, that. Just like to do that. I just think this pulls everything together. Just something I like to do. I'm sure quite a few of you have picked up the same habit now as well. It's just something I've always done. It's like my pen's running out as well. Not doing very well today, am I? Everything's run out. There you go, let's get another one in here somewhere, I'm sure I have. Yeah, that'll do. And then, I say, just a squiggle going through it. Sometimes I do a squiggle, sometimes I just do little dashes on it. Like that, the scribbles. And it's literally just a bit of scribble here and there. There you go. I think it ties in with the picture as well. Now, lovely. I think that's quite sweet. So then I shall line those up, get those glued down. It's looking a bit rough on the edge there. Let's see if my glue will work today then. Everything else seems to work, so shan't hold my breath. Yeah, we've got some glue, good. Make sure I've got it on my corners. I can't stand it when my corners lift. Hate it when it does that. Alright, let's stick that to there. Level that up as best I can. With my wobbly eye. My wobbly eyesight. No, don't go wrong now. Yeah. I knew it would. Always jams up. Bit of a nuisance. There we go. No, it's done it again. There's definitely something in there jamming in the way. It's all right moving it out of the way, but it's still going to come back down the spout at some point, isn't it? Oh, cracker. Come out, you perisher. I do believe I've just managed to squeeze it out. It's been paining me for the last couple of days, that has. A little bit up there. I like to put plenty of glue on, especially when I'm using watercolour card and it buckles with the heat and the damp. It don't always, you get little pieces that want to pop up. And there we have it. Beautiful, that's lovely. I'm really pleased with that. There you go. One lovely little scenery card. There's a little scene of children flying their kite. I hope you enjoyed this demo. It's been a long time since I've had the old gel press out, but yeah, I enjoyed that actually. I got a lovely background from that. Might have a play with that a bit more later today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.